Jacob, you sent me that link.
I just had a Sour Patch Kid yesterday. It was a jumbo Sour Patch Kid.
Oh, that's a lot of gummy.
It's pretty good.
What's a jumbo?
Like the size of my thumb.
Okay.
Yeah. So not like
I was thinking like
one of those
almost
big
life
gummy
size,
bears that are huge. No.
We used to get chocolate that was about that size for Easter.
Oh, the rabbit.
Yes.
The best was when it had peanut butter on the inside. I wasn't a big fan of the hollowed out chocolate rabbit, but the chocolate rabbit with something inside of it was a real treat.
Okay.
One year, I think there were like Sweet Tarts inside of it.
Oh, I've had
Which
one
was
of
cool.
those too. I've had one of those.
Then
too.
it was like a Wonder Ball situation. Oh, I wonder.
I know about those.
What's the Wonder Ball? Who knows what surprises a Wonder Ball can have? Shapes and sizes.
I was waiting for it then. I'm aware of those. We didn't get those for Easter though. It was always, and then the one that I really liked just the hollowed out joint. That was just a big old piece of chocolate shaped like a bunny, and then you could just break it off and eat it, almost like the same consistency texture as. Do you remember 3D Doritos? Were you old enough for
Yes.
So it was like that, but chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was some good stuff. That was some good stuff. How did we get here? Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
The size of my
It's
thumb.
sour. It's National Sour Candy Day. That's why that came up.
I love sour candy.
Really?
Yeah, I love sour things.
Okay.
I like aggressive tastes.
All right.
Like I love spicy.
Yeah.
I use way too much hot sauce. I think I'm tearing away the lining of my stomach.
Probably. And esophagus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have GERD.
Yep.
And I also love sour things.
All right. I could do without the sour for the sake of sour. Sour with a purpose, maybe. Now that I think about it, I can't think of anything. Oh, a good green apple. A good green apple is.
I love those green apple suckers with
Oh,
the
really?
caramel
With
on
the
them. I like those. I lost like my third tooth on those.
Somebody in the office used to carry those.
Yes. They were on the third floor. I think it was Anna.
Yeah, it had to be. Yeah.
They would be in her little candy bucket.
Yep. Just had them down there for everybody to get. A good green apple is a good sour food for me. I can't think of anything else sour that I rock with.
Blue raspberry sour is my jam. Like anything blue raspberry with a sour hint to it.
Ooh. All right.
Sour Skittles. Possibilities are endless. What's up, everybody? It is Friday, July 18th. Gonna be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass coming up on today's show. Great end to the week ahead. Brevin Knight is gonna join us to talk summer Grizz, off-season big picture for the Grizzlies, some stories from around the NBA. We'll catch up with BK in the first segment. Whitaker will join us in the second. We will talk some more Grizz with him. Also, Damian Lillard is returning to Portland. The NFLPA needs a new executive director. WNBA All-Star is this weekend. Caitlin Clark won't play in it. That's a bummer. We'll get into that. We'll do a little Music Friday somewhere along the way. We'll talk about that Coldplay concert. It's a Friday. You know what we say. Congratulations, CJ. You're free from Summer League.
Forgot about sour straws.
Oh, I love those.
Sour straws are so good.
Punch straws? Is that
Yeah.
The boys' mind.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. One exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
These are the Jordan 1, the crystals. These are the shoe that retails for $1,000. Oh, extra crystals. So if your crystals fall off, if your crystals fall off, actually these are the black crystals because they have. So the shoe has black crystals on there as well too. So you get an extra package of black crystals.
The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Jaron jumped on social media yesterday and tweeted the following. The M will teach you who you are with love. It's always grit and grind when we're out here at all cost. I don't want to overstate it, but I do think these types of things matter. Like the way you feel about yourself, about your home, about your city. All of that stuff matters.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, have it my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. We have made it to the end of our week. We made it through another Grizzlies Summer League game last night, another Grizzlies Summer League loss. They fell to the Atlanta Hawks. At least they tried. At least they gave some effort. Brevin Knight is going to join us here shortly. We are just waiting for him to join the show this morning. We'll be able to catch up with BK on all things Summer League, his thoughts on the rookies' performances, the returning players' performances like Gigi Jackson, Cam Spencer. Did not see Jalen Wells last night. They shut Jalen Wells down. He didn't play last night. He's not going to play in the other game for the Grizzlies over the weekend. I would assume if I had done my job right this morning, I would have checked to see when that Grizzlies final game will be. It's not going to be on Grind City Media. CJ is free from his Summer League duties for the rest of the way. It's been a long and winding Summer League road. Oh, they put him on the Sunday. That's so mean. That's so mean. They could either play Saturday or Sunday. They are the second to last game. They're the last consolation game. The only game after them is the Summer League final, which will be 9 o'clock ESPN Sunday night. Grizzlies Clippers, 7 o'clock ESPNU. Summer League consolation game, the 1-3 Summer League Grizzlies. It's been a disappointing results effort as it pertains to their time in Las Vegas. But my God, Summer League lasts forever. I know we say this every year. The last couple of years, I've joined the team on the end of the Vegas portion. Like, that's been my shift, has been the final games in Vegas, and everybody's tired by the time I get there, but I'm there like bright-eyed, ready to go because I haven't been in Las Vegas for over a week. And so it just feels a little different this time around, as we've now played 7 games since July 5th, and I was at that first one on July 5th in Salt Lake City. And by the time we got to the end of last night's game, it was just kind of like, wow, this is a long process every year. I would say the star of last night was Javon Small. We hadn't seen him since the first game for the Grizzlies. He makes some really nice passes. He made some really nice passes in that first game, and then he dealt with the groin strain that kept him out until last night's action against the Hawks. He pulled up from 3 confidently. He got to his shot. It's a shame that he wasn't able to play more, but I think in terms of a small sample size, he's had 2 games where he's been pretty impressive. And just from a totality standpoint, watching the Grizzlies down the stretch, Gigi had the nice and 1 finish. Jemai Meshack had a hell of a dunk, and he just continues to be all over the place. You talk about somebody who has truly utilized the advantage of playing in the majority of Summer League games. They had to wait until that trade went through early on, so I think he missed the first game in Salt Lake City and then kind of just got thrust into it. But he has been everywhere defensively since. And you talk about a player who has been able to capitalize on being the last player in the draft. The last player drafted in this year's draft has been one of the most consistent sources of defense and offensive production too for the Grizzlies. He's been a better passer than I could have imagined. His shot's been better than I could have imagined. And so that's been fun to see from those 2 rookies, because Summer League's for seeing rookies. That's the most fun thing you got. And with Cedric Coward not able to play for the Grizzlies during this period, at least you were able to focus on some success from those second-round picks. Javon Small already locked up that 2-way contract. I would think that it's just a matter of time before we find out about Jemai Meshack being one of the other 2-way contracts. And then I don't know who the third is going to be. So we'll ultimately figure that out. Brevin Knight is on Zoom, and he joins us now. I don't know where he joins us from, but we're about to find out. BK, how's it going?
It's going well. It's going well. How you doing?
Are you in Memphis?
No, I'm in Moline, Illinois.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Vineyard, but Moline, Illinois. They call that the Vineyard of Illinois, I hear.
Yeah, we're gonna find out here today. We're gonna drive around and see a little bit what the city looks like after some golf.
After some golf. How's the golf game?
Golf game's playing pretty well right now. It's one of those things that you don't want to talk about a lot, because as soon as you, for professional amateurs like myself, as soon as you feel like you have figured it out, that's when it all goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna enjoy this good moment of playing decent golf for right now.
I think that's a good strategy. My husband went to go buy a new putter last night, and he was not aware of how expensive putters are. And he was like, I don't want that. I don't know if I'm good enough at golf to be as committed to golf as it would take for me to spend this much money on a putter. Give me like the $40 one. I can putt with a $40 putter. You just give me whatever works, and we'll go from there.
I tell everybody, don't get caught up in thinking you got to buy the most expensive equipment.
Crazy.
Because I go in there and sometimes you go in there and people are like, oh, it's Brevin Knight coming in. He's gonna want let's go over here to this rack. I'm like, nah, let's go over to this one.
Let's go to this one. I don't even know where he was, so I won't call them out by name. But they had the opposite experience. It was not, ooh, that's Brevin Knight. It was, oh, who's this schmuck coming in to buy something? And they asked him his budget. This really happened. They asked him his budget, and he was like, honestly, I'm looking for something like under $100. And they said, oh, you'll want to go over there. And they never helped him the rest of the time. They never came back to help him. He was like, are you kidding me?
How many moments like that have y'all, well, not you, Brevin.
Many.
Like we went to look at rugs one time. And like, okay, what's your budget? I was like, I'm going to say an absurd number in my head. Like, yeah, $250. And man looked me up and down. I was like, we don't have anything in here less than $5, and just turned and walked away. I was like, oh, well.
You can look at all the price tags yourself and figure out that there's nothing under $500, and then you can leave.
I would much rather him have just called me a broke bitch. Don't.
I would rather them say it out loud.
Say it out loud.
I really love to look at nice clothes, so I go into really nice when I'm in New York or abroad, and I'll go into the really fancy designer stores, and it's like they can smell it on me. It's like they can smell that I have no intention of actually buying their stuff, because nobody will say a word, which is nice because then you can just browse in peace. But anyway, he got his $40 putter, and I hope it brings him to a golf game much like yours, Brevin. I'm glad you've been able to play. Were you in Vegas?
I was. I was.
You were.
I went. I was there and watched. I got to watch two of the games
Okay.
while I was there, and it was fun being in the gym. I am. Because I'm kind of like a little bit like Rob Fisher. We talked about it on our podcast the other week. Whereas the summer league, it doesn't have the same type of for us. And it's because when you've done this for so long, you've been around for so long, the things that you are excited about is, well, how can this guy or these guys help the Grizzlies basketball team? Not just watching guys run around and have the opportunity to become pros. And so I'm happy about the opportunity. I'm happy about what the NBA and Summer League has become. It's just you just can't get you don't get so wrapped up in it. But I'm happy for fans that they have the opportunity to come and watch these young fellas play all in one place.
Okay, so because of that mentality, and I think it's an important thing to remember too, like you got to be real Goldilocks with Summer League. Like you cannot get too high, you cannot get too low. You kind of got to be just right. I guess you could get too low. Like if someone is atrocious in Summer League, maybe that's a real sign to grasp onto. But is there anything particularly with this Grizzlies group that you saw this summer where when we get closer to training camp, when we get closer to the real season, you're going to remember it in your head and be like, all right, this is something I want to track going into the year?
Well, the biggest thing was I loved how well they played together. It has been a staple of this Grizzlies team since Taylor Jenkins, and it was something that they wanted to do more of, which is involve other people. And the biggest thing I saw was the attempt to involve other people, but doing it the way that Tuomas likes to do it, which is there's going to be multiple action of screen rolls. And you saw that whether it is a screen roll on one side to swing it to the other side to run into another screen. So to be able to see the action be done, but it not just seem like it's only two people playing was what was good, was what I enjoyed on the offensive side. And it'll be interesting to see how it all works when you put a John Morant into that situation. You have a Jaren Jackson. Now you swing it to the other side, and whether it's KCP or whether it's Gigi or whoever on the other wing, now being able to play off a screen. But it was fun to see the action. The only other thing it said to me, though, is they're going to have to be reliant on multiple ball handlers. If you're going to have multiple actions and screens, then you got to at least have multiple guys with the ability to be able to run those type actions. That was intriguing. And then on the defensive side, the one thing I thought was always an issue for us on the defensive side was I felt like our help defense was too low. Like they needed to be higher, closer to the passing lane that would make your help and recovery be a shorter distance. And I saw more of that. At least you saw the attempt to be at least above that the top of the arc if you are away from the ball the next pass. Didn't see as many one pass threes. That was a big issue for this team last year. Rhythm threes off of one pass. And so those are there was more little things that I watched for in watching those games, and how do other guys, if what they're doing on the floor now can be replicated when you have our Grizzlies basketball team on the floor. And so with some of the young guys was able to see that, and I think you'll walk out of here. They'll walk out of Summer League with some positives, but you'll still have question marks in terms of how these pieces will all fit together.
Jalen Wells got shut down, didn't play last night, won't play in the final game. You always want a player to kind of have that tag of, all right, good enough. We don't need to see any more of this guy from Summer League, particularly someone like Jalen Wells, who is such a big part of their future plan. Anytime you hear an executive or a coach or someone with this Grizzlies team talk about specifically the Desmond Bane trade, getting Desmond Bane to Orlando, one of the things that contributed to the trust in making that deal is the assumption that Jalen Wells has a very bright future for this group. And also, Gigi Jackson and Cedric Coward, who they drafted this year too. But for Jalen Wells, what did you see from this Summer League process for him? And I guess where do your expectations start for Jalen Wells going into next season?
Well, first and foremost, it was just good to see him out on the floor looking healthy. That was first and foremost, looking strong and without hesitation in terms of making moves to the basket, getting his hands involved in plays, being into somebody defensively. So it was nice to see him playing instinctually on the floor and not worrying about any tight movements on both ends, He shot the ball when the shots presented themselves. Yeah, you would like him to make more shots, but I like the confidence at knocking it down. The rotation was there, and I've been saying this all summer. The thing for Jalen is he's going to be steady Eddie. It's what he was for us last season. His career is going to be based on steady Eddie. It is going. It is. I keep saying his name over and over. It's going to be very Shane Battier-esque with what he is able to do with his career, which is going to be a long one, but which always contributes to winning. And so for him, it wasn't the skill side. Yes, I want to see him handle the ball better. I want to see him make shots. But pretty much what we're seeing from Jalen Wells, it's only what you're going to see him continue to build upon as his years go on in this league. So I was happy with what I saw from him.
And then Gigi Jackson has been, from the beginning of the Summer League period, where you recognize, like, wow, Gigi Jackson going into year 3 is the youngest player still on this entire Grizzlies Summer League roster. For you, what's the ceiling for Gigi look like? And I'm curious your perspective. Like, what position do you think is his best? If he achieves that ceiling, where is he playing? Is it the 3 or the 4?
Small forward.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I think he embodies the closest thing that we've had to Rudy Gay since Rudy Gay left. And we have been looking and searching for it for some time now. And he brings that ability to be able to score in multiple areas. The athleticism is there. He handles the ball well enough to get him from A to B. On the defensive side, when engaged, he can be a defensive force in terms of being in the right position, keeping guys in front. I go back to the one play in the Summer League, the rundown block on one end, the dunk on the other end. That's all in one possession. And so the ceiling is the glass for him. It is whatever you want it to be, because that's how good he is. And yes, being the youngest player on our roster, current roster, but still being the third best player to me in terms of talent on our roster. And so much will be asked of Gigi, and I thought this Summer League for me showed there was a level of growth and a level of maturation for him, which is going to be even more important than what he does in terms of his skill. And so if he can continue to stay on that trajectory, the skill will continue to be there, the opportunity will be there. But if the mindset is correct for him, then it can be a very good season for Gigi.
Yeah, and the learning lessons attitude-wise. Like, he's so young, and you can go through and, like, the complications of ego and learning to be a professional and going from year 1 to a disappointing year 2 and now kind of settling into this place of accepting a role, understanding what the role will be for him. Just from talking with him through the Summer League process, I thought he was really impressive.
That point that you just made right there is crucial. I don't think he understood what his role was how it's going to be different in year 2 than what it was in year 1, because the circumstances of the team changed. And when you get all your main guys back, now you're not going to be able to take whatever shots you want to take. You're going to be held more accountable on the defensive side. You have to do the little things to be on the floor. And I don't think going into it, that's what he thought was going to. I think he thought it was going to be I'm part of the big 3. Yeah. Well, I'm the 4th of the big 3. I'm going to get the same amount of respect and things that the big 3 gets for our team. The realization was you were still just a rookie, because he started out the year injured, did not play for a long. And so when he came back, this was a humbling experience, I thought, for Gigi. But I think it's one that he has learned and grew from, which will only pay dividends for him as an individual, but more so for this Grizzlies team.
Well, and in talking with a lot of the players and hearing various interviews through the Summer League process, it feels like there's been a real intent from Tuomas Iisalo and this coaching staff to be real crystal clear on roles and communication early. That seems like that's going to be a signature of this coaching staff and the relationships with players. What have you learned about Coach Iisalo as you've, obviously he was on staff last year, but then takes over into the interim period. Now is the only active full-time NBA head coach who coached their team in Summer League this year. And I think it's been nice to see him have these opportunities to get more reps with some of the younger guys.
Yeah, he needs experience. I mean, at the end of the day, this game is still brand new to him. You threw him into the fire with the last 9 games. You played a playoff series, so at least he got a taste of high-level basketball right away. But at the end of the day, he still has to hone his head coaching skill. And so I thought it was good to see him out there, not just for the young players and for them to hear his voice, but for him to just continue to get used to different coaching situations and learning what the feel of coaching is. Because I think that the coaches that do a great job in this game are, yes, the ones that prepare very well. You get your team ready to play, but they're also the guys that in the moment can make the adjustments needed to be made because of a feeling that they have. And that takes time. That takes reps. That takes being in those situations. And so I thought it was good for him to just have more situational basketball to be under his belt. It's not the regular season. It's not what the playoffs look like. We all understand that, but you still need practice. And so that's what this was, practice and coaching for him. The same way as it was practice and playing for the players, I think he and the staff can get just as much out of it. And so I think the communication was good. It was good to see that. You can see exactly what they're trying to do, and now what that will then look like as it transfers to the main team will be interesting to see. But I think he's taking positive steps. Listen, the reality is he has an uphill battle. International coaches in the NBA have not had success in coming over, and so this is something that. For him, it's going to be a work in progress all season long. It's nice that you give him some good pieces at least to work with so that you can have a true evaluation of where he can go.
Let's talk about the rookies. I'll start. I assume the 2 games that you saw, Javon Small wouldn't have played, but Jemai Meshack did. And to have someone who was the last pick in the NBA draft make as much noise through the Summer League process for the Grizzlies. What have you liked about his game, and what do you think has allowed Grizzlies fans to get so attached to him so quickly?
Well, I think the big part, I mean, why Grizzlies fans attached, number one, when you play at Tennessee, then that gives you a little bit of a leg up. Now we know that
a little home state.
It's not Memphis. It's not the University of Memphis, and I still like to say Memphis State from time to time because that's still what it is. And so that gives you a little bit of an in already. But then to come in and play in his style of basketball fits Memphis Grizzlies basketball, which is gritty, gets after it, competitive, all of those things that we talk about in terms of mantras for this team. He fits them. And so that gives you another leg up in terms of your popularity with our fan base. But what it also does is it endears himself to teammates. Because when guys are willing to go out there and sacrifice themselves for the betterment of the team, then everybody then wants to galvanize behind them. And so I think with making all of the little plays, a lot of times you see these situations, guys are going out to want to be the highest scorer in the game. They want to be the guy with the ball. Well, what he's made his influence and what has been done has been mostly on the defensive side, but also with aggressive offensive play, getting to the basket. We've also seen him knock down some threes. So I think what gets people excited about him is you saw versatility to go along with that little dog that we like to see in players. And so I think he'll definitely put himself in a position to push guys every day. And then when an opportunity presents itself, then I think he can step in and then show what he can do at the next level.
Yeah, it's the give and F factor. Like, people here love that. And people anywhere love that. Like, if you care, if you look to be bought in, that's a total green flag for a rookie, especially in a Summer League scenario. And like you said earlier, in terms of this team, needing as many ball handlers as possible, you always need 3-point shooters. I've been impressed with Meshack's, court vision, some of the passes he's made, and then Javon Small last night, both in the one game that he played in Salt Lake City and the game that he played last night. He had some really nice passes. He fired it up from 3 with confidence. It just looks like, in terms of guys who are going to, likely be on 2-way, Javon Small officially on a 2-way, Meshack likely to be on a 2-way. It seems that you have, again, 2 players that you found in the second round who are moldable, and you never know what the future will bring, but there's enough there to say, oh, I see how this could work in the system long term.
Yeah, and that's what you want. I think as an organization, you want to be able to be viable right now, but you also still want to be able to look to the future and say there are some things and some pieces that we also have for the future. And I think that's with these 2 young players. You say, if put in a pinch, could they go out and help? I think they can help right now. You'll see as we get into training camp, you get into preseason, you'll get a better view of that. But you also say in a couple of seasons, I can also see these guys as being guys who also step into major roles for this basketball team. So I thought they did a great job, especially when you start talking about backcourt or wing players. I thought they did a good job with getting a couple of good young ones.
The last time I saw you was on draft night. And we were all running around screaming because the Grizzlies had taken Cedric Coward, moved up to take Cedric Coward, which was an exciting night. And it's always fun to feel enthusiasm for the player that your team ultimately feels confident enough to go up and draft. Now, since then, obviously, not able to play in Summer League. He's continuing to recover from this shoulder surgery that he had that was well knowledged when the Grizzlies drafted him. He hadn't been going through 5-on-5 workouts. He'd been going on 0-on-1 workouts leading up to the draft. So this was all pre-known. They knew that they were going to have a player working his way back from injury. But I guess, where have you had any experiences with Cedric Coward when, I don't know if he was in Vegas by the time that you were there, but just how do you feel about that pick and kind of the expectations for him going into next season?
Well, I have to be as excited as everyone else. And so at this point, we're all just on what the potential.
He's Michael Jordan, Brevin.
I mean, at this point,
Sky's
that's
the limit.
the way that we have talked about him as if this is going to be a team altering player.
Yeah.
And so the only thing that I can do is continue to be excited about the fact that that's what his abilities can be. But until it happens, I mean, we're still, this is just all speculation, but and what you have seen and people show you the numbers, and you already know I'm not a huge numbers guy. I like to see it on my own. And so his numbers have been good in short times. It's the measurables that everybody like to say are ones that can definitely help and are things that can be assets. I just got to see it in action. And so when we see it in action, hopefully, if it lives up to 3/4 of the hype, we will be very ecstatic with having Coward as a member of this team. But at this point, it is whatever you want to make it. So because none of us realistically know.
It's Mariah Carey fantasy season. Like, you can fantasize whatever you want. He is going to be Michael Jordan. He is going to be the missing wing that allows this team to not just contend in the Western Conference next year, but go to the NBA Finals in the near future. Like, that's the kind of wild behavior that.
Which one is, I always get fantasy mixed up with?
Sweet, sweet fantasy, baby.
I knew.
You know, I'm good for like 6 words, and then we go into the beat.
Oh, yes. And then we go into.
Brevin, before I let you go, who's your NFL team this year? I'm assuming it's not the Giants.
Baltimore Ravens, baby.
You're all in on Lamar. Okay.
Let's go, baby. I can't. I refuse.
No, I
told y'all
that.
last year.
You got to protect your peace.
Yeah, and I cannot continue to support mediocrity. And until they fire the GM, I am a Baltimore Raven.
All right. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson.
I'm with you.
Let's roll.
I'm with you guys. Let's do it, baby.
Brevin, enjoy. Where, Illinois?
Moline, Illinois, baby.
What brought you to Moline, Illinois?
I'm gonna go play golf. A little TPC.
I know I just figure you golf everywhere.
I do. That's why I'm in Moline, Illinois.
Okay.
TPC TPC Deer Run today. Where they play a little tournament.
Okay.
Just left from TPC Wisconsin yesterday.
Wisconsin. You're just taking the full tour. How many states have you golfed in? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't know yet. I've golfed in every state that I have been to.
Okay.
Just about golfed in. So that would have to say 35 states probably.
My dad just wrapped up number 50.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Pops,
he did.
I'm coming.
He retired in 2019. And so he's really been putting in the work because that's his job now. And Alaska was his last state. So he just went to Alaska and golfed, and they had like a 10 p.m. tee time. And it was still daylight because it's the 24-hour daylight situation. And it was pretty cool. I respect the journey.
Hey, tell Pops, man, he is my idol. He is my idol. Props to Pops.
I feel like if anyone I know has the passion and the ability to do it themselves one day, it's probably you, BK. So enjoy Moline, Illinois, and we'll catch up with you when you get back.
I will see you guys when I get back. Thank you.
See ya. Thanks, Brevin. We always appreciate a Brevin Knight appearance on this show.
I don't do this often.
Yeah.
They're in the chat talking about the lyrics whooping your ass again. And I want it to be known that Mariah Carey's Fantasy, that hook, I'm not sure if any of us know the lyrics to it without looking it up.
I'm looking it up now.
Sweet, sweet fantasy, baby. When I open my eyes, you come and you take me. You come and you take me. Oh,
it's
I know.
so deep in my daydreams, but it's just
Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way any of us knew that was the hook.
Yeah. That's the song that she sings in, no, it's not. Never mind. What's the song the little girl sings in Rush Hour?
Oh, if you hadn't asked me, I could have told you.
I know. It's Fantasy. Yeah, it is Fantasy.
Is it Fantasy?
Yes.
Okay. Mariah Carey has some bangers in the night.
I've recently been revisiting the Mariah anthology. Absolute bangers. Such good songs.
I kind of got out of Mariah early 2000s.
Come back.
I'm fine with that. I don't need to hear that version of Mariah. Mariah Carey in the 90s? Oh my gosh.
No, The Emancipation of Mimi,
I'm
2005.
fine. I don't care about that.
We Belong Together.
Don't like
it's
it.
It's like that, yeah.
No, see, don't like that. I don't like that.
Don't Forget About Us.
I will forget about us.
Shake It Off. Shake.
I'm gonna forget
she
that
had
song
Shake It
also.
Off before Taylor Swift. We don't talk about it enough.
No, Taylor Swift biting Mariah Carey style.
But the most important Mariah Carey song. There can be miracles when you believe. I love that song.
It's such a good song.
I really want a Prince of Egypt remake.
Why?
We remake everything.
We shouldn't.
Prince of Egypt scarred me.
It scarred you how?
I was so scared.
Do you plan on not letting
I was scared
God's people go?
The locusts were gonna get me. The locusts.
And it wasn't you they were killing. They would kill me. I'm the firstborn son.
I'm a woman.
Yeah, but like.
I feel like if I didn't have the
you had your
firstborn
role.
son, yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Unless I couldn't have. I'm listening to the Liberty Land podcast that you recommended.
How many episodes are you?
2.5.
All right.
How many are you?
I'm 1.5.
Oh, okay. You're behind me now.
Yeah, I'm behind.
It's so. I'll probably finish it today.
Okay.
I'll probably just.
I had to stop because I was like, yo, this is way too much for me to handle right now.
It's a podcast about Liberty University, and if you already think that you know things about Liberty University that might make you feel a certain kind of way, this is like straight out of The Handmaid's Tale. It is truly a comparable story to a certain degree. Anyway, we gotta get to Lang Whitaker. He's gonna join us on the other side. He was on the Grizzlies broadcast last night. Also, I realized Liberty Land, it's not about the amusement park in Memphis. It's about birthing centers. A little less fun. Less roller coasters, more forced adoption of young unwed mothers.
It's good
babies.
stuff.
All right, Lang's gonna join us. We'll talk to him about the Grizzlies. We'll talk to him. Damian Lillard's going back to Portland. The NFLPA situation, the NFL collusion situation continues to be an intriguing story to follow. All that with Lang after a quick break.
Is Liberty lost?
Liberty lost, thank you.
No problem. It's time for our Pick Six, Mike. 6 classics that we're most looking forward to in the 2025 football season.
Las Vegas, obviously, that's the Grambling State University, Jackson State University clash. They're taking 2 iconic HBCU brands going to an NFL stadium in Las Vegas.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Are you ready? Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush, and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit Shinedown.com.
Have you talked to Norvell since the game?
Yeah, but we're close friends, so it's not one of those. Like, I think it's a little bit.
How long before you said ha 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 ha?
Hey, you sent him a text and said,
Cool.
"You want the
Yeah.
box score?" You sent him the box score. You want to see the picture of me in the locker room afterwards?
How close are you? Because it would have taken me literally 30 seconds.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
What can the Memphis Grizzlies learn from the Thunder Pacers NBA Finals Series?
Your style of play is not something that you really have to change. Both of these teams love to play fast. Both these teams love to play really aggressively on the defensive side of the ball.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back. It is Friday. That means it's time to catch up with
what's
Lang
up?
Whitaker.
Yeah.
We were in this studio last night.
Same seats.
No, I was over
Oh, that's
there.
right. Yeah, I was in this seat though.
But same space,
Yeah.
same energy,
I'm wearing the same clothes.
same clothes. This is the last time I will ask you about 2025
I'm not
Memphis
talking about it
Grizzlies
anymore.
Summer League.
I've
Your
moved on.
final
I've turned the
takeaway.
page.
No, this is the last. You're on the last page, and you get to close the book after this final statement. What do you want your final statement of this Summer League period to be?
Summer League's too long.
I totally agree.
How about that?
Do you think they would ever shorten it? We
I
spend
mean,
so much
the
time talking
crazy
about the
part is-
season being too long.
The crazy part is there's a lot of guys on the Grizzlies Summer League roster who haven't played.
Yeah.
Even like,
They're about to get to 7 o'clock Sunday night.
I guess if you're a basketball player and you're trying to make it in the NBA, because that's what everybody's trying to
Yes.
do, right? It's worth it to just be on a team at Summer League
Yeah.
and you get 2 free weeks in Vegas. I don't know how much you get paid. How much do Summer League players get paid?
It's a good question.
You get paid something and you get your meals paid for and room and board
Yeah.
and all that. But
You get to work out with an NBA team.
yeah, and at least you're on their radar. And I guess the big thing is for a lot of these guys, each team has 3 two-way contracts. So there's only enough of those to go around. But there's all these teams in Europe and Asia and South America that are trying to find players. And this is a good chance to kind of be out there in front of everyone else.
Yeah, I did. There's a difference between when you're there and when you're back at home. Because when I was in Salt Lake City, like my third game in Salt Lake, none of the main guys played.
Yeah.
Right? Like not even Armando Bacot sat in that game. And so looking at it from the standpoint of, okay, this is a job, essentially a job interview for these players. And I was able to, I can get into anything if I try hard enough, but I was like, oh, this is cool. Like this is their moment. Tyler Burton, for example, like had a huge game and now he's been a kind of consistent contributor for this Grizzlies Summer League team and perhaps earned himself a spot on somebody's G League team. Maybe somebody will throw a two-way his way.
Or if
so
not
that
a
is
two-way,
what
just
it's
a
for.
job in
or
the
just
G
a
League.
job.
Yeah.
We were talking about this on Vernon this week. Like the number of people who have played in an actual NBA game, who have made it to the NBA, you could not fill the lower bowl at FedEx Forum with that many people. It is such an exclusive club. And that's just playing one game, let alone carving out an actual career. So then you throw in the next level of, okay, well, did you get to the G League?
Yeah.
And then did you get a two-way? So that way you are playing in NBA games, assumedly. But then were you good enough to go play overseas? And then there's a lot of guys who will play Summer League, and this will be the end. Or they'll keep trying and they'll come back for a Summer League attempt next year.
Or you can be a guy like Udonis Haslem and you just have a job. You're in the NBA, you don't play, but you manage to keep a job and just be around. And
You're a
make
good
money.
employee.
Yeah, they want you around. You're a good person. You fit the team culture. When I was working at GQ, I was friendly with Nick Collison, who played on the Thunder, and we would talk, and he understood all that. He understood how to like have a job, how to be a good teammate. I'm not going to play 25 minutes every game. I might not play some games, but I'm going to come in and do my best. I'm going to be on time, all that stuff. So I asked him to write a column about it for GQ. I was like, could you write a column about like just knowing your role, basically? And he wrote the best thing. You can Google it. It's still out there. He wrote this great column about it. And a colleague of mine was at the Sixers game that night. Doug Collins was the Sixers coach. He said, I walked in and Doug Collins had printed out copies of that and was putting it in every guy's locker. Because it's like a hard lesson to learn, right? Like, I mean, because most of the guys in the NBA, most of the guys at Summer League probably, were the best player on their high school team, were the best player in their city, in their state maybe. They were all awesome. And so to make it in the next level, you got to figure out how to be part of something bigger than yourself. And that's a hard, I think, lesson for a lot of guys to learn.
I'll tell you who I'm rooting for to eventually make it to the NBA is Flanders Fleming, just so he can be my eternal name a random NBA player, and my answer will be Flanders Fleming Jr., and I still need to know the backstory of Flanders Fleming
It's a great
Sr.
name.
It is maybe the best name in Summer League, right here on the Memphis Grizzlies.
It's a good one. I know he played at Charleston Southern, and then I ended up at Florida, played a year at Florida, I think, at the end. And he had some pretty good moments in Summer League. He had the game against Portland, I think. He had the steal in the backcourt and the behind-the-back pass for the dunk.
He had a nice block last night.
Yeah, the thing I liked about him, and this is like the most specific thing you can like about somebody, a Summer League player, was that he didn't force shots up. Like so many of these guys in Summer League, they want to finish the game with 6 points, 8 points, whatever, something. That's the play in the Portland game. He got the steal, got to the basket, pump faked, let the defender fly by, and threw it behind the back to somebody else for a dunk. You know, like he could have forced the shot. He didn't. I think that's something you're looking for in these guys. You're looking for little things. You're not like anybody can score in the NBA. You want guys who are willing to pass, who are, going to be there on defense, those kind of things.
Have the right size, have the right athleticism.
Show up on time for the meetings.
Exactly.
I mean, it's little things, but if you can, I tell kids, I spoke to a student this week who's trying to get out of college and become a journalist. And I was like,
he said, go
back
learn
to school.
how to code.
No, because AI is coming for those jobs.
That's true. That's true.
But I told him, I was like, the thing that separates me from a lot of people is just attention to detail. And as you get older, you learn how to pay attention to details. You pay your bills on time, you wake up on time, you show up on time, all those things. If you can do those things, you'll have a successful life as an adult, kind of no matter what field you go into, I think. But it's like, I mean, I think about when I was college age, sleep till 11, sleep till noon, show up when I wanted to, like forget to do things, like all that stuff. But if you can pay attention to all those little things in life and as you're trying to make it in the NBA, I think that's the kind of the secret to it.
Yeah. And I tell, not to get into a advice we give
Let's
kids
do it.
conversation, just keep showing up. Like it's not the sexiest piece of advice, and it doesn't guarantee that what you want to do is ultimately going to happen, because a lot of things, there's a lot of luck involved and timing. But truly, what I have seen from people in this industry in particular is just the people who keep showing up. Like if they are truly about it and this is what they want to do, you just have to keep going, because a lot of people will quit. I was just talking with a former classmate of mine. Almost every single person in my graduating broadcast and digital journalism class, and I'll throw in the print side of it too, who wanted to be in sports media, are no longer doing the on-air or the on-paper writing, or not on paper these days, but typing away. They all got into different things. Some of them still work in sports, but they found more like instantly lucrative, consistent, maybe easier, or more, I guess, clearly carved out paths. PR, marketing, ticket sales. Like they're still able to be around it, but they realize like, I don't want to go through the grind of working your way up through this. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. But I've seen a lot of people too who I wouldn't have expected necessarily to be still working in this career. And they are, because they just keep showing up. And that's impressive too.
But I think you also have to have a talent for it.
Sure.
You know, like you can show up every day, but if you're not good at your job,
At least a basic level talent.
yeah. Like I think that's what maybe showing up every day is what gets you in the door, but then the talent's what separates you from other people and shows that, hey, you know, it's why you want to come back and read that person every day. When I was at Slam, like we started the Slam website, and pretty quickly we were like, all right, we gotta. There was no budget, so I'm like, all right, I gotta get something new on here every day to get people to come click on this website every day. So I started writing a column 5 days a week by 2:30 every day, and I did it every single 5 days a week for 6 years, 7 years, like every single day. And that's kind of how I made a name for myself. But I showed up every day. I did that thing every single day. I did it on vacation. I did it. I mean, it was like the bane of my existence. You know, you wake up, you're thinking, all right, what am I going to do? But I did it. I did it on my honeymoon. I did it every single day. And that's kind of what has carried me since then is people are like, oh, I used to read the links. And, you know.
You never know what's going to hit.
You do the work.
When we were coming in yesterday, we had the breaking NBA news. Damian Lillard is heading back to Portland.
Yeah.
And Shams is reporting that it's a 3-year, $42 million deal. Obviously, he's also getting his buyout from the Milwaukee Bucks. Call me a hopeless basketball romantic. I love this. Like, even Damian Lillard posting the video going through all the jerseys of his now current teammates in Portland, and then ultimately it will get to number 0 returning. Just having a franchise legend return at the latter part of their career is a cool story arc that I will always get behind. Like, he gets to return to Portland, a place that he was super passionate about, uber connected to. His family and kids are still there, so now he gets to go back to this city. Like,
there's no place like home.
There isn't. And this business does not always allow you the opportunity to have the storybook finish.
But I looked at, I mean, I'll be the cynic.
Okay.
And I look at it the other way. And
You
I'm
usually
like,
are.
Well, like Dame's just saying, I'm not going to win.
Okay.
I don't want a title. I'm going to be one of those guys. I'll be Charles Barkley. I'll
But
be
guess
one
what?
of the guys.
I think there's beauty in that too.
Well, we looked it up because I was curious about this yesterday. He's made over $300 million in the NBA.
I think there's great beauty in that.
So-
I would forego a championship for $300 million.
But he could go get a championship.
Yeah.
Take $1 million, go play on the Celtics. Go to the Eastern Conference. You know, go to one of these teams. The Pacers, well, he's not going to play this year anyway. So the Pacers just lost a point guard. You can go play there.
They're both dealing with the same
That's
thing.
true. Dame's out for the year anyway. But go to the East, take the minimum. If you want to win, like, because right now his legacy is like he was a great player for the Portland Trailblazers, scored a lot of points. But what does he have to show for that?
I think
A lot of
I think what
individual
he'll have to
accolades.
show for it is that he gets to go back and be appreciated by a fan base that had to deal with the complicated feelings of losing someone they loved, and now they get to come back together. And I think there's value. We get so caught up in ring culture, and I get it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the ultimate rings, trophies. This is what we play the game for, to ultimately have a shot at winning a championship someday in any sport. But so few people actually do that. So few, you get one every year. And if you can find the value in the other things, I think from a personal standpoint, and I can't speak for Damian Lillard, he could be sitting there like itching and hating.
Maybe he thinks they can win a title.
And maybe he thinks that at this point, he can be the thing that helps between him and Drew Holiday.
Him and
they
young
can mentor
Hansen.
Scoot Henderson. Maybe he just wanted to play with young Hansen.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to. He ended up being, like, outside of Cooper Flagg, maybe the most talked about player at Summer League.
I mean, he was draft night too.
Yeah.
But
because it was such a surprise.
I was doing the game that night. We played the Trailblazers here and got to watch him play that game. And he looked pretty good like the first 3 minutes of the game, and then Lawson Lovering started like shoving him around in the post, and you're like, all right, this guy needs some little tweaking here and there. With Dame, I would kind of think at some point you got to decide, right? You got how many years does he have left? Like, he's in his 30s, you know.
And now coming off an Achilles injury.
Is he going to go after some wins, or is he going to just continue, you know, I guess maybe money's not the main reason he signed with the Blazers, but he did get more than he would have gotten anywhere else. And maybe it's worth more to him to just finish out his career at home and be around his family and have a legacy in Portland as one of the best players in that franchise history, if not the best, maybe. I don't know. I was thinking Clyde Drexler is up there.
Yeah.
But that was my first thought. I was like, oh, well, he's not going to try and win a title. He's just going to like fade off into the sunset.
Have you been following the NFL collusion
Sort of.
NFLPA case.
I read the big story yesterday on Pro Football Talk that Mike
Florio
Florio wrote
did.
about it.
I finally listened to the first episode of Pablo Torre Finds Out, which
Yeah.
is Pablo and Mike Florio
Yeah.
discussing the original collusion arbitration within the NFL, and the NFL won it, but they hid a lot of documents, and
Yeah.
it smells an awful lot like collusion when it comes to players like Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson, and I forget who the third was in that scenario, but basically not being able to seek fully guaranteed contracts. Yes,
Who's
CJ?
Cardinals quarterback?
Kyler Murray, thank you. All three of them wanting fully guaranteed contracts. The NFL essentially being able to default on, look how horrible this Deshaun Watson situation was. They all sat down around a table and said, we can't have this happen again. And there's text messages between owners saying, I think this is really good for all of us. And if you're an owner texting another owner using phrasing like, for all of us, I think it might be collusion.
That was the text to Cardinals owner from Chargers owner, correct?
Yes.
About, hey,
Spanos.
you got Kyler under where we wanted him to get. Great. That means I can get Justin Herbert less money as well.
It's
But is okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's say all that. I mean, isn't that what they're supposed to do?
You're supposed to be operating as a owner of a franchise.
But
you
they're
should
a
be,
league. They're a league of owners. They're a group of owners who
but
all work
that
together.
Group of owners.
You
The
can't
group should not
work
be
together.
dictating the individual.
You can't work
team.
together to suppress the wages
Right.
of
That's why you
the
have a
workforce.
union. And the idea is that this now former NFLPA executive director, not the cleanest of people to be in charge of this thing. Like previous to coming in as NFL executive director, his name's Lloyd Howell, and he worked for one of the big consulting firms, Booz Allen, which is notoriously, works with a lot of government contracts. And there was even a recent case where they had one of the largest fraud settlements in U.S. history, where they were essentially charging the U.S. government like an extra $100 million a year to cover foreign contracts that weren't making any money. And there was a whistleblower situation, and she had actually had conversations with this Lloyd Howell before he left
This is
for
all
the
real
NFL.
confusing.
I know, but it ultimately comes down to like the messiness of his election as executive director of the NFLPA and this former president of the NFLPA, J.C. Tretter, who people will continue to hear his name. He was a center for the Browns, and he got released. And so then his ultimate goal was to be the NFL executive director, NFLPA executive director. And he kind of put this guy up for the job, pushed him forward, and then, oh, looky here, he ends up being named a special new role, a new executive role that hadn't previously existed that he gets to take part in. I don't know, the whole thing. Go listen to the Pablo Torre Finds Out episode on it.
How's that worse than
It's
what the owners did? Isn't that collusion there?
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's all like the whole thing is
right.
tainted.
But they have these collective bargaining negotiations coming up where the main thing is that an 18th game. And if you're a player, you're hoping that the NFLPA is being forthcoming on all of the information available. And instead, there have been these hidden documents as it pertains to both, collusion on not allowing fully guaranteed contracts, but then also the situation with, and this is where it kind of came out yesterday on a secondary episode of the show, like faking injuries. There was
that's
some
the post
pushing
I
towards
read.
faking injuries.
Well, it was like if you're unhappy with your contract, you should go to the team and be like, oh, my back hurts. I guess I can't practice this week or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like a soft holdout, basically, like quiet quitting.
Yes.
From some of these guys. I mean, the WNBA PA is in the same.
Yeah.
They're starting to renegotiate their deal too. I think the baseball one's coming up pretty soon too. So there's a few of these situations. The thing about the NFL, it would be really hard for me if I was an NFL player. First of all, it'd be really hard for me if I wasn't an NFL player. But if I was an NFL player, it'd be really hard for me to look at the NFL ownership and Roger Goodell and that front office and all those and be like, oh, these are all people who are going to negotiate in good faith with me.
Yeah.
Right? Like from the start that the whole thing is kind of like a little dirty and a little bit maybe not on the up and up. So I think if you're a player, this stuff coming out, it can't be that surprising, right? Like you got to know like the owners. When Lamar Jackson wasn't getting the contract he wanted at the time, when he was like an MVP level player, you kind of had to think, oh, okay, well, something must be up here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And when you go back, the wording of,
in retrospect,
oh, he plays the position in a way that doesn't translate well to other teams.
Well, they
or
kept
if you're
saying-
going in for Lamar Jackson, you're basically setting the
mom's
rest of
his
your
agent.
team.
They kept,
All
like,
of
coming on that,
And then he
yeah.
goes and wins MVP.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Before I let you go, you're playing college football 26.
Oh, man.
Are you having a good time?
No.
Okay.
I am playing it a lot. It's a fun game to play. The funny part of all this, Jess, is I think I mentioned it to you yesterday. Like, I'm taking some classes in college, and at the moment in real life, and I don't have time to play the video game because I have to take college classes, and I feel like I'm back in college, like when it was like you're trying to balance
And your priorities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But the game, I wrote about it in the newsletter today, the Grind City Media newsletter. But the short of it is, I created a player, 2-star recruit, because you could make it any stars you want. You could be a 5-star recruit and go to Georgia or Texas. I thought it'd be more fun to like be a Stetson Bennett, like get in where you can, work your way up. So I was a 2-star. The best offer I got was Georgia Tech. I went there and I didn't get to play a single snap my freshman year.
Disappointing.
So you have to play through every week. So you have to watch every game. You sim it. You don't watch it, but you still have to like click into it and watch
forward.
it. Then I was a 3rd string. You practice every week, but you can't really get enough points to make your player better.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like being a real 3rd string quarterback somewhere because you don't get the reps in practice to improve probably at the same amount of reps the starter gets. I got through the year. Dan Mullen offered me a gig as the backup at UNLV. It was a step up from Georgia Tech. I was like, you know what? Vegas, I could live there for a year. Took that job. Got to play 2 snaps the whole year. I got a red shirt from Tech. So at UNLV, I'm a true redshirt freshman. Played 2 snaps when the quarterback got banged up at the end of a half. Came in, threw 2 passes, completed 1. Didn't play the whole year other than 2 snaps. At the end of the year, I went back in the transfer portal for my sophomore year. Matt Rule, now the coach at Cincinnati, somehow in the game. I guess something happened in Nebraska. I don't know. He's at Cincinnati with his innovative offense. He offered me the job as a starter. So I'm there now. I'm 3-2, my redshirt sophomore year. And I'm definitely going in the portal again after this year to try to get to a major conference. One of those.
I wish you the best of luck.
So it's crazy how realistic the game is though, and all that stuff you're dealing with.
Yeah. Well, keep us updated on your journey. And you can
I don't
follow
need to.
Lang's journey on the Grind City Media newsletter, which you can subscribe to at grindcitymedia.com. It comes out into your inbox.
I might be writing about that a lot the
Friday.
next like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
We have hit the period.
Yeah.
Chris was like, what are you going to talk about tomorrow? There's no sport. And I said, Grizzlies, Hawks.
We're talking about
Summer
NFL
League
collusion.
And NFL collusion. And we're going to take a break and come back and talk about the WNBA All-Star game because that's coming up this weekend. Caitlin Clark not able to participate. She'll be there, but she can't be in the game. She can't do the 3-point competition. We'll get into that after a quick break.
Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies on home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today.
The First Ladies of FedEx Forum, the Grizz Girls, are known across the NBA for setting the standard for professional dance and entertainment, and they are looking for dancers to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. With the chance to gain professional dance experience, collaborate with national and local artists, and connect with the Memphis community, auditioning for the Grizz Girls is an opportunity you do not want to miss. Come show up and show out at Open Call Auditions. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions now for more information.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
The FedEx St. Jude Championship at TPC Southwind, first of the 3 playoff events.
Watch me take flight. It's a different sight when you take it to this height. And you know this. We them boys stepping to the wars, ready to give me my awards. I got them starstruck. I got nothing to lose.
We get to the main event. And you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes me off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
There are futures for Aaron Judge possibly hitting 400. Hitting 400 at the All-Star break, plus 600.
Oh, wow.
To have a 400 batting average in the regular season, plus 3,800. To win the Triple Crown is only plus 145.
I don't think he's going to hit 400 for the season.
I don't either. I that would be
ridiculous.
Yes, ridiculous.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
It's time for our Pick Six, Mike. 6 classics that we're most looking forward to in the 2025 football season.
Las Vegas, obviously, that's the Grambling State University, Jackson State University clash. They're taking 2 iconic HBCU brands going to an NFL stadium in Las Vegas.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
WNBA All-Star Weekend is here. That also means the 72-hour live stream of Studs Buds is here as well. Stud Buds. It's a fever dream. I tapped in a little bit last night, CJ. It's a wild time. It's as promised. Messy, chaotic, wonderful content. Shout out Courtney Williams and Teaspoon for having Stud Buds, for doing a 72-hour live stream. They are doing the journalistic work that many have failed to do. We're finding out about real confirmation of relationships. Gabby Williams and Maureen Johannes are engaged. Congratulations to them. Marina Mabry and Sanaya Rivers are together, which has been a huge rumor around the WNBA for weeks now. And all it took was one Stud Buds, and we got it confirmed. They're dancing.
Weren't they all
happy, fun
weren't they
vibes.
curled up like they were at a Coldplay concert during pictures?
Yeah, somebody put I think Art But Make It Sports did
the
them
side by side.
and the Coldplay. But yesterday was just a wild day. Yesterday, from a news, if you had news to break yesterday, and maybe that's why the NFLPA late into the evening was like, yeah, we're moving on from our executive director, because the Coldplay situation took over the internet, very quickly became one of the biggest days in Twitter/X history and beyond. It was on TikTok, it was on Threads, it was on Facebook. My mom heard about it. It was on YouTube. Everybody was talking about the Coldplay concert clip, where if you've been somehow so off the internet, and I applaud you if you don't know what we're talking about, but a CEO and his chief of HR were at a Coldplay concert in Boston, I believe at Gillette Stadium, and they got put up on the Jumbotron and immediately freaked out. The guy ducks, the woman turns around. They make a scene of it, so much so that Chris Martin, the lead singer of Coldplay, as it's happening, says either these two are having an affair or they're awfully shy.
So here's the video.
Oh, here's the video.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Apparently the woman, also looking incredibly uncomfortable on the side, is a coworker of the two. Chris Martin is a prophet because guess what? According to all reports, they are having an affair. They're married to other people. They were caught on the Jumbotron. There was a fake statement going around from the CEO.
There are a whole bunch of fake statements.
A lot of fake statements, but one of them started really gaining traction that it was real, and it included the lyrics to Coldplay's Fix You.
So I
thought it was real. It's not.
I found the real one.
No, you didn't.
I did. Here it is, right?
It's not real.
Jessica.
Okay,
Here's the
show
real
it to
one.
me.
Jacob, throw it up. Read it, Jessica, if you will.
Okay, I'm ready. I don't have it.
No, Jacob. My God, man.
You don't have it?
No, Jacob's trying to get it. He's getting it now.
Did you write one? Of course.
I should have. I'm running on fumes here. Had I been more aware, I would have written a statement. So here it is right here.
I want to this is the fake one. I want to be clear because some people saw this and really thought that it was real. And that was me for hours yesterday. I thought this was a real statement from Andy Byron. I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused. What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. What?
That's not the fake one I sent. There we go.
Oh, this is a perfect one. I had an intimate moment, I guess, when on the big screen at a Coldplay concert that I'm deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive into deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run, and so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again.
There we go.
It's a shame it was the All-Star game. Last night would have been prime for a Castellanos special. Yeah. It would have been prime. So we haven't gotten an actual statement. The thought that he would have used lyrics to fix you in a statement was too good to be true. I should have realized that it was fake. But I do immediately put yesterday, top 10 internet days of all time. Like, I keep having to rearrange my rankings, but I have Luigi, Ocean Gate, the Montgomery boat brawl, the Elon versus Trump fight, the Queen's death, particularly the Irish reaction to that, the Will Smith slap. I think the Luka trade deserves to be in there. Okay. Four Seasons Landscaping was a personal favorite, but I'm not sure it has the strong hold on society as I would hope. But I think Coldplay cheating concert will forever be remembered. Like, that will be one of those days on the internet that we never forget. The jokes were flying. My favorite was this is why the CEOs wanted everybody back in office because they had to find their side pieces.
Just
or never trust HR.
Just listen. I worked at a place where HR had a calendar of Chippendales up in the office, and HR was known to be a little handsy, particularly with the younger lasses in the workplace. So certain HR people can get things popping in a really uncomfortable sort of way. 1, 2, if you just stand there, they'll take the camera off of you and nobody's going to know it's you. But also, if you're going to cheat, don't go to where 65,000 people are. But also,
what happened to those hiding around in like sleazy hotels?
Listen, also, like if they see you, if somebody sees you on the Jumbotron and goes, oh, that's so-and-so, let me get a picture or a video and send it to the person's spouse. You just say, no, that wasn't me. That person does not, you just lie about it.
That's not me.
That's not me. Didn't Shaggy teach you?
Not all white CEOs look the same.
Come on, man.
Golly.
I was wearing a completely different color shirt. I don't even own a shirt like that. You said you saw me in it yesterday.
I wasn't even at the Coldplay.
You say you saw me in it yesterday. Prove it. Go to my wardrobe and find it. Just get rid of the shirt. Like you're fine.
I hope their spouses weren't big Coldplay fans. I feel like you can't ever listen to it again.
She ended up changing her name on her social.
Oh yeah, because people are total weirdos. People were going to her wall. Do we still call it a wall on Facebook? I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time there anymore. People were going to her page and commenting on any of her public things, being like, hey, Queen, just want to make sure you saw this. Hey, Queen, just want to make sure you saw what your husband's doing. And someone was like, hey, this is really weird. And they're like, she needs to know. And someone was like, I'm pretty sure she knows
by now, you jackass.
It had like 20 million views in 8 hours. I'm pretty sure she's aware. I think she knows. I was like, why do people feel that people get so weird? I'm in for the laughs, but God, people take it to new heights in like trying to be along because they want to know everything. I get it. I'm a nosy gal myself, but like they want to know the next steps. Like they were waiting for that woman to like do a Facebook Live last night. Say, hi, yes, I'm aware of what my husband did, and now I'm going to go after him and get all his money and blah, 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 blah.
Well, she can't take all of it.
She's going to do a little bit. He's a CEO. He's got a big old valuation.
What's she going to get, half? That's not all of it. He still has 50%.
Could you do like extra emotional damages from having to watch your husband cheat on you with someone at a Coldplay concert?
Not only do I have to get 50%, but I'm owed emotional distress because I can never listen to Coldplay again. That's got to be an additional 10 to 15.
I can't watch Grey's Anatomy because they use Coldplay songs.
Oh,
I always think of music supervision.
Coldplay
They're used a lot
in songs
in television
and TV.
or movie. Yeah. What if your favorite movie uses a Coldplay song?
Oh my gosh.
What if you loved Viva La Vida?
Oh.
What
And Mr.
if just those
Brightside?
strings? They're not Mr. Brightside.
Oh, okay.
Stop.
I didn't know which.
Wrong white band. You stop it.
You'll never hear moves like Jagger again.
Oh, Maroon 5. Honestly, she should loop them all together.
Yes.
Because she's in distress from.
They all look alike.
It is the most. A part of me thought it was like a Coldplay psyop where they like perpetrated this incident, because when is the last flipping time you talked about Coldplay? I have not talked about Coldplay in ages.
What do they do? The used to rule. That's probably last time. There we go. Who is Coldplay music for? Like, how do we?
They were big.
I know
very
that.
big.
I'm not saying they weren't big. They're still big.
They're obviously for CEOs and their chief of
65,000
HR.
people there, right? They're still big. I just don't know where you guys are listening to Coldplay at, because it's just in my car.
They were like, ah! Jump scare. They knew they were doing a wrong thing too.
Like, if you're gonna do wrong, just embrace it. Or if you're gonna do wrong, embrace it and keep it pushing. But if you don't want to get caught doing wrong, again, you don't have to do it in such cartoonish, buffoonish ways. You see them. You're not the first one going on camera. You see them going around the crowd, picking people out on camera. Did you just
Somebody
separate?
on TikTok said that the next people they showed, like they stayed on them for a minute, and then the next people they showed were in banana costumes. I'm like, God dang it! Why did they not have the video extend? That would have made it even funnier. Here's two people dressed like bananas.
So you're sitting there. I'm sitting there with my side joint, right? Let's play pretend I'm on some Usher type shit. I'm sitting courtside at Staples Center with my side piece at the start of Confessions, right? Let's pretend.
Okay.
And the second I see, we're canoodling, we're all side to side.
Yeah.
We're very clearly together. Listen, hey.
It looked like Urban Meyer in that bar.
Urban had his hand in a different place. Either way it goes, they throw up the kiss cam. I know immediately, hey,
stay away.
Separate. They're just don't want to maybe potentially get caught up on that, because the juice isn't worth the squeeze at that point. You see them going around pitting people up on camera. You saw them pit the first person up on camera. Let's say that you were the second people they put up on camera. Once you saw the first one go up, disengage. Just like, okay, I'm going to go get something to drink. Do you want anything? I'm going to grab a snack. Do you want anything? And then you go do that.
Yeah.
You don't just stay and canoodle and then do the Homer Simpson where you're just sort of trying to fade into obscurity. He dove head first
into a glass partition.
Like we couldn't see through the glass.
It was like John Morant putting his hand up on the camera on the ESPN broadcast.
Different.
Somebody put that on Twitter. I was like, that's a great.
That's different. Ja didn't know it was other cameras around.
I mean, bottom line, it's a futile effort to keep yourself from being seen on camera.
And then she just ran. It's like, why
and
are
the
you
friend
running?
is like,
she's not. I don't think she's a friend. I think she's the
she's
HR
a
assistant.
co-conspirator.
I think she's the HR assistant.
She's about to be the HR chief.
I think she's the one who, she gets hired to keep the secret. So they don't have everybody in the office go to the box. They do need somebody there, though, and they know she can keep a secret. So they say, hey, you come through. And so she's just there.
That's the thing. Imagine. Never mind. We don't have to play hypothetical.
Yes, we do.
Imagine if, the wife of. I always go the wife's side. There's a husband who is mourning as well of the HR chief. But the wife of the CEO, imagine she was friends with one of those two people. Because, you go to these work events. That's where, work affairs are always so, because you've been at, work Christmas parties or work end-of-year parties or just things where, the spouses have been invited to various events and you've communicated or maybe have a friendship, and then you have to see at a freaking Coldplay concert and a viral clip
you knew
that the entire world, and it's you knew, and now I have to see you with that dumb grin on your face, oh no.
Yeah, you gotta block
I can't
that
even
number.
describe her look on her face.
It's that. It's she's playing throw it back up, Jacob, and just give us her face. Because she's playing all of this out in her mind. She's like, yo, I know the husband. I've had dinner with the wife. Like they're going to come and ask me what I knew when I knew it. They're such dumbasses. Now I'm going to get involved in this. Oh no. She is redder than they are.
Do you think they stayed at the concert?
That's a good question.
Or was the night over?
That's a good question.
Because like immediately, you never assume that what ended up happening yesterday happens. Even in that moment, your worst case is like 65,000 people just watched me at this Coldplay concert. Not 100 million people across the globe watched me, and everybody. I am the main character of the internet for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. I don't know how we got there.
We were talking about WNBA All-Star Weekend and how
We have to take one more break, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay,
but
let's
you
take
gotta,
the break. We'll talk about Caitlin Clark on the other side.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, what a tease. We'll talk about Caitlin Clark missing the All-Star game. It is a bummer. We'll get into that. We'll do a little Music Friday to wrap this up.
We just did Music Friday. What are you talking about?
When we come back.
Creed. By overwhelming demand, the Summer of '99 tour returns. July 27th, FedEx Forum. With very special guest, Daughtry. And Mammoth. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com. Don't miss Creed with Daughtry and Mammoth. The Summer of '99 tour.
1, 2, 3. Ready, go.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum, Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at LiveNation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit Shinedown.com.
All right, reflection time. 42-21, entering your sixth season. Of the 42, which one do you think about the most?
Probably was the Liberty Bowl win versus Iowa State.
Iowa State.
That was a big one.
To win in that fashion, we were, I think, it was the biggest underdog game we had all season.
Yeah.
10-point underdog, wherever the heck it was. And they go out there and feel like we actually single-handedly won the game. No fluke plays, just went out there and took care of business.
The better team.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Jaron jumped on social media yesterday and tweeted the following. The M will teach you who you are with love. It's always grit and grind when we're out here at all cost. And I don't want to overstate it, but I do think these types of things matter. Like the way you feel about yourself, about your home, about your city. All of that stuff matters.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What can the Memphis Grizzlies learn from the Thunder Pacers NBA Finals Series?
Your style of play is not something that you really have to change. Both of these teams love to play fast. Both of these teams love to play really aggressively on the defensive side of the ball.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back, welcome back. We're so close to the weekend, so close to making it through this Friday, although CJ and I have another field trip adventure after today's show, so we'll be excited to show you another fun place in Memphis. I am a little less excited for the WNBA All-Star game this weekend, if we are being totally and completely honest, with the news that Caitlin Clark will not be able to participate. She will still be there. She posted a statement through the Indiana Fever's pages saying, I'm so excited for Indy to host WNBA All-Star this weekend. I want to thank the Indianapolis host committee and all of the people that have put endless work in over the past year to put this event together. I know this will be the best All-Star yet. I'm incredibly sad and disappointed to say I can't participate in the three-point contest or the All-Star game. I have to rest my body. I will still be at Gainbridge Fieldhouse for all the action, and I'm looking forward to helping Sandy coach our team to a win. Can't wait to see you all out there. So she will be there. She just won't be able to play or participate. Lexi Hull is going to take her place in the three-point competition, so at least you get another member of the Fever, but it just stinks. Like, it's in Indianapolis. She was a captain. She was supposed to be the favorite in a three-point competition on her home court. They literally changed the All-Star game rules, and I will not say specifically for her, but like including a 4-point line or a 4-point zone, I should say, because they're going to have these 2 zones on each side of the court that are threes that are 28 feet away from the basket, so that's 6 additional feet from a normal 3 in the WNBA. They're going to count for 4. And I just like imagined this world, and allow me to get into my fan fiction because I was the recipient of some bizarro Caitlin Clark fan fiction this week. But I had this vision of her going off from 4-point land, and imagine if she hit like 5 4s in a minute, and she has 20 points in a minute of All-Star action. Like, that would have been really fun to watch. And instead, she'll be on the sidelines. And I know it's nice for the people who are there that they can like still see her, but they signed up to see her play in the game and to participate in the three-point competition. And I don't want to take away from the other WNBA All-Stars. It should still be an exciting event, but it certainly takes some of the juice out of it. And it went from honestly being an appointment All-Star game for me, CJ, to being a I'll catch it if I catch it kind of thing.
I understand. And listen, if the All-Star weekend is a chance for you to see your favorite players across all sports, intermingling with their peers, letting their guard down, having fun, being personable. We know the persona of Caitlin Clark on the court, and now because of social media, and she's everywhere, we kind of got a feel for it off the court, but it doesn't mean like seeing Caitlin Clark laughing and smiling, cracking jokes with her peers, her teammates on the Fever, and just WNBA hoopers in general. Like that would have been fun, like a fun moment. If you could have got and you probably would have. I remember if you could have got a Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese moment, right? Like that would have been fun. I remember when they were in the same draft class. They were either Empire State Building or Statue of Liberty, and Cameron Brink is there, and Angel Reese is there, and Caitlin Clark is there. They all got their phones out. They're all arms around one another, smiling, doing videos, taking pictures, and that was just a cool moment to see. You'll still get that moment and those moments. I'm assuming with Caitlin Clark, she'll be there, which is great. She understands her role in the WNBA. We talk about it with some of these other athletes who like, yo, if I'm out, I'm just not gonna go. But Caitlin Clark knows it's in my city. I need to be there, so she'll be there. She won't be on the court, and we won't get the really cool basketball highlights from Caitlin Clark on the court. And it does take some of the air, a significant amount of the air out of WNBA All-Star Weekend. So I understand that. But hey, it's got to go on. There are other stars there. It's a chance for you to see others. If you're a Caitlin Clark fan and you are not quite as familiar with everybody else and what they've got going on in the WNBA, listen, you can cheer on Caitlin Clark all you want to. Nothing wrong with that. But wouldn't it be nice if you had another player or two you could say, hey, I also like this one here.
Guess what? They voted them all onto the All-Star team, so you can see Aaliyah Boston. You can see Kelsey Mitchell. You can now see Lexi Hull in the three-point competition.
Somebody else.
I understand. Like, if it's your team, if you're someone,
but it's not your team.
Me.
It's not your team.
For some of them, it is.
You're rocking with Caitlin.
For some of them,
Caitlin Clark leaves the Fever. It's the same thing as if LeBron leaves wherever LeBron is. They'll just go and cheer for this other team, right? Like that's the star power that is Caitlin Clark. I'm not talking about Fever fan. I'm talking about I'm a Caitlin Clark. I am here because we know they are out there.
Yeah.
I am here for one thing and one thing only. I'm only here for Caitlin Clark. That is all I'm here for. Well, like Caitlin Clark is dealing with injuries now. She's in and out of lineups. You're enjoying watching the basketball. You enjoy watching it. So find another player.
I would argue that those people who don't extend out aren't enjoying watching the basketball right now because they're so frustrated by the officiating and honestly the injuries that Caitlin Clark has had to deal with this year. I think from a personal standpoint, like I hope Caitlin Clark's okay because it seems like it's something that is weighing on her. And to go your entire career never missing a game to now having, 9 missed games due to injury and then some, we'll see what happens after the All-Star break. That's a hard thing mentally to go through. And just like the pressure of being Caitlin Clark, the pressure of knowing a lot of people are coming to Indianapolis and now you can't perform to do what you're supposed to do this weekend. That's a lot. For the All-Star game piece of it, like, of course, there's incredible players that you can still find room to root for. And you're probably wanting to pick, if you're a Caitlin Clark fan, root for the Caitlin Clark team because she is still the captain. So, like, you can get excited about a Sabrina or a Brianna Jones isn't playing either. The young rookies like a Sonia Citron or a Kiki Iriafen or Gabby Williams or Asia Wilson and Jackie Young are on that team too. But then you also have Nafisa Collier and you have Paige Beckers and you have Brianna Stewart and you have Angel Reese. Like, it is a fun All-Star game. I just personally, as somebody who does not seek out watching All-Star game content, be it the NBA, MLB, obviously NHL did their thing this year, making it different, which I appreciated. For whatever reason, like, simply removing Caitlin Clark out of it just makes it just another All-Star game for me, which is crazy because I watch a lot of WNBA action. And now I'm just not going to be going out. I will watch the 72-hour Stud Buds stream. Like, I find that interesting because I do like watching the players interact with each other and have fun. Like, I'm now more interested. That's my final takeaway. I am more interested on the 72-hour Stud Bud stream than I am on the actual WNBA All-Star game. Kathy should be scared of that.
I don't know if she should be scared of it. Kathy should find a way to incorporate that into the All-Star game, right?
And
like
not ruin it.
This is how this works. We talked about it. I think we talked about it on this show. I can't remember. I've done so many things this week. But we talked about All-Star games used to be one of the few times you got sort of a behind-the-scenes look at what's going on in some of your favorite athletes' lives. Well, now we get that all the time with Instagram, Twitter, whatever your TikTok, whatever your social media platform of choice is. We see the behind the scenes. They take us behind the curtain all the time. So now, what the hell do you do with the All-Star game? How do you make it to where you're bringing in eyeballs on it and it's more than just, hey, go behind the scenes with these players who you already go behind the scenes with every single second of every single day at your choosing? And one of the ways you can do that is doing something like letting the players lead the All-Star game coverage, where you let the players who have prominent podcasts in the WNBA, only talking about them right now, but I think this could also work for other leagues. You let them sort of lead the coverage of your All-Star game. And they've already got the fan base behind them. And you just let them go through. You let them showcase what they have and what they get. And players are more relaxed with their peers. So if you're out there trying to do interviews, you'll get something, but it's not going to be the same way as if a player who these people know is the one going out there to do it, to get the interview. They'll let their guard down. They'll be a bit more charming. They'll be a bit more relaxed. It'll be a bit more fun. So that's how you go do it. All-Star games across sports suck. They are so very, very bad.
I should have led with that. That's my ultimate quote.
Not entertaining enough for me to sit down and watch. I wasn't going to watch. Sorry, Caitlin Clark. I wasn't going to watch if she played. And I'm not going to watch now that she's not playing. But I will tap in if something interesting, if a whole lot of fun is being had. And Caitlin Clark, although she's not playing, she can still be a part of a whole lot of fun things that are going to happen. You don't want her, that lower body, groin, hamstring, that needs all the rest it can get to be healthy. But that doesn't mean she can't walk around and can't pal around with the teammates. So
he was having a good time.
They
were all having a good time.
She just can't pop, lock, and drop, right? Like, she just can't get low.
Yeah.
Like, she can get low. She can't get low. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, so she's fine. Let her body, she's not fine, she's injured, but let her body rest and heal up. And she'll still have moments of charm, charisma, and people will still. All-Star Weekend, I still expect to have a couple of videos circulating on social media from Caitlin Clark just having fun.
And others.
Well, we're talking about Caitlin Clark here.
Okay. I thought you meant like things we're talking about on Monday.
Yeah,
I think there will be many things
we're talking about on Monday. Caitlin Clark will be on that list.
But I think there will be other
WNBA
WNBA All-Star related At least one other one. Again, it's an all-star game and it's the middle of summer.
Oh, it
and
won't
we
be
got
all-star.
nothing.
It won't be all-star game.
It'll be stud butts. Someone will say something out of pocket.
Someone will say something crazy because they came in. Courtney Williams came in. I was like, yo, this isn't a bit. Courtney is thirsting right now over some of these. It's like, oh, shoot.
The conversation with Gabby and Marianne was hysterical. That's why I love them. Anyway, I feel like I'll probably piss someone off. I probably made someone mad. I'm sorry.
Jessica,
I love the WNBA.
Well,
I hate All-Star games. And I'm disappointed.
Do you hate
Caitlin Clark's
All-Star
not playing
games
in
with
an All-Star
Caitlin Clark
game.
in it?
No, because she's a show on her home court, and
So
I felt like it was going to
Caitlin Clark not being in
drive
it
something.
means that you go back to disliking All-Star
Yeah.
games? So that means you dislike Angel Reese and Asia Wilson. So I got a
No,
question for you. Why do you hate black women?
Oh, I almost nailed
You almost got it in. Why do you hate black women?
No, I
People
love
in the
them.
comments,
I
you
will
heard
be
it.
watching
Jessica hates
them.
black women. She only likes Caitlin Clark.
No.
Clip it, Luke. Or Darnell, whichever one is down there, clip it. We got it.
I don't want to end a week on that.
Got it ended, Jessica. We got to go.
God, now you want to know what? Because you know me. I'm now going to make sure that my little butt is parked to watch the whole damn
that.
This is what you've done to me. You have
do
put a curse
that.
on me because now
I'm
I have to show my
joking.
support.
People, I'm
For the
joking.
rest.
Jessica loves black women.
Stop.
She loves them.
I mean,
Jessica,
don't-
now I'm confused. I'm trying to say how much you love
me
black women. You're yelling at me to stop. Do you love them or not, Jessica?
I love them.
Jessica voted for Kamala. Jessica did. She's a good white woman.
Get off of here. We have to go.
What?
You're out of control.
I'm out of control.
You've had a long week. Go enjoy your weekend. Just kidding. We gotta go to a shoot. I'll see you over there. We'll see everybody else on Monday. Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you then. Bye.
So do you like black women or
Yes.
not? Okay, just making sure.
But it feels really thirsty for me to be screaming that at the end of this show on a Friday.